I actually quit the IT and the BPO industry about 18 months ago. So after spending 17 years in the industry, I decided to do something very different. I had enough of IT and BPO. I had enough of international travel, enough of services exposure. I used to travel at least once every 3 or 4 weeks, and I did that for 15 years. And the time I realized that was one day at Cincinnati airport, when the immigration officer told me, "Welcome back." And I said, "Welcome back?" And he said, "Yeah, you were here 3 weeks ago." I said, "Yeah, I was here 3 weeks ago." I was the same officer. And I said, "Well, I did not realize that." And then on the way back on the flight, I was actually counting the number of immigration stamps, the US immigration stamps on my passport, and there were more than 100. And I realized that I'd actually spent more than 200 days in the air going to the US over 15 years, which is 6 months, staying there. And I said, "Well, this is crazy, you cannot do this." And one fine day I decided I did not enjoy what I was doing. So I just quit that industry. I took a sabbatical, and then I had a change in lifestyle. So I moved from services to manufacturing. I moved from overseas to domestic. I moved from a line function into a support function. And I joined Pidilite. Just to give you a background of what Pidilite is, it's the #1 producer of adhesives, glues and sealants in India. And the flagship brand is, of course, Fevicol. Everybody knows Fevicol. But we have 400 different products besides Fevicol. The 40 manufacturing locations, about 4,500 employees, 2,000 crores plus revenue. And it is only one of 7 companies in India which have shown a consistent quarter-on-quarter profit and revenue growth over 15 years. Infosys, HDFC are a couple of the other companies in this group. What is my mandate over here at Pidilite? My mandate is to introduce project management principles in support services, in general management, just to substantially improve operational efficiencies. So this is where I'm bringing my experience in a line function, in project management, into support services. And what I'm doing is I'm actually introducing it in HR, improvement management, learning and development, some of the functions that I'm managing at Pidilite. Because almost everything that you look at, whether it's administering your performance management for the year, that's a project by itself. Recruiting 40 management trainees in a month, that's a project by itself. And the other mandate is, of course, to make Pidilite a preferred employer and amongst India's best companies to work for in 2010. Just to relate to some of the recent examples, I was going through the newspapers over the last week, and there were certain interesting articles which came by. This is just a couple of days ago, and this is, I guess, one of the advantages of that hota hai attitude, because Ravi has been after me to give him the presentation for about a week or 10 days, and I say, "Yeah, Ravi, I'm busy doing something else. I will give you the presentation." And in a way, I'm glad I waited till last night, because I could get a lot of the snippets that are over here. If I had done it 1 week ago, probably not. But look at some of these examples. This is earlier this week when India won the test match. What did Dhoni do? Dhoni, in my opinion, did 2 absolutely remarkable things. Just when India was about to win the test match, he handed over the captaincy to Ganguly. His ex-captain, who was his last test match, the guy was out for a duck. What did he do? He says, "My way of saying thank you, great team player." He was respecting and honoring his team players. The second thing he did was, when he was asked to go up on the podium to receive the cup, the Border Gavaskar trophy, he did not go. He sent Anil Kumble instead. Even though Kumble was not responsible for winning the 2 tests that we won under his captaincy. But again, it was his way of saying thank you. What it did, I think, to the team is tremendous motivation. The rest of the team members knew that he was a great leader. He's recognizing the efforts of the team members, even though they have not succeeded in that project, that particular test match. So if you look at the test match or the series as a project, this fellow as a project manager did a remarkable job. He says sometimes a bunch of talented individuals may not achieve greatness unless they are put in the hands of a good manager. Dhoni is that man. So it's obviously very, very apparent that leadership is very important. A couple of other articles which I came up across, again, diverse articles. one which says intelligence is not as important as people think it is. Okay, cannot be true. And based on my experience, I can say that passion and practice are more important than intelligence. Okay, this is part of a new book. I haven't read the book, but it's just come out. It's called Talent is Overrated. What really separates world-class performers from everybody else. But at least the article which I read is very, very interesting in that. A second example is Bobby Jindal. Okay. I mentioned it's very important to play on people's strengths. By that it's, have them do what they enjoy doing. Figure out what they want to do, what they enjoy doing, and they will be superb over there. Now here's a guy who was offered to be a vice president candidate in the US. He refused. And I don't know, probably in my assumption, almost nobody would have refused such an offer. But he said, what did he say? He said, I'm honored that they wanted me to be the VP candidate, but in reality, I'm happy with what I have. I have the job that I wanted. And then there was some discussion on Sehwag and Gambhir. And Sehwag says, my philosophy in life is to be happy with myself, with my teammates and the world. I do not want to be tense. Tension is like a virus which spreads. Okay. Again, in project management, I think the last thing that a project manager can do in times of difficulties, and there will be difficulties almost every single day on a project, because the project typically would never go according to plan. There always has to be a plan B and a plan C. Is never get tense. The moment the project manager is tense, gone, the project is finished. Because the pressure is transmitted to everybody within the team. So no matter what it is, as a project manager and as a practicing project manager, you have to have things under your control. Even if they're not under control at one point of time, you still need to not to be tense. So if you want to be a successful project manager, you must, and you absolutely must, don't treat people or your team members as machines or as transactions. I've seen that happening a lot of places, a lot of times. Okay. All of a sudden, when the project is under pressure, people become transactions. People become machines. And what we need to do is treat them as human beings. And again, I just repeat what I said earlier, must lead by example, must motivate the team members, we have to ignite the passion in the team, must empathize with them at all times, work on their strengths, not on their weaknesses. Okay, have them do what they enjoy doing and acknowledge their contributions throughout. Celebrate successes. Okay. And if you're a successful project manager, there is no doubt, as somebody mentioned earlier in the day, okay, the road is to becoming a CEO, because you are the CEO of the project. And if you start managing larger and larger projects, you will ultimately become the CEO of the company. Okay, and you have one live example standing in front of you. I started off as a project manager. I managed many projects. I eventually became the CEO and the MD of the company. So there's a live example in front of you. So my best wishes to you all. All the best to you. And as I said, finally, it's the small things that matter. Okay, it's not the big things. It's not the big things you do. As a project manager, it's the small things that you do, which I mentioned in the 5 points. They're all really small things. They're all, so to say, common sense. But how many of us practice it? So if you really want to be successful, in my opinion, it's the small things which matter the most. Thank you for your time and attention.
Now call upon Ravi Ippathuri, Vice President Corporate Relations.